Hello, today I'll be doing a tutorial on integrating the JDBC and ODBC connectivity of MySQL using the IRI Workbench. So when you first load up IRI, the first thing that you're going to see is this welcome page. I recommend you take a look at it when you get the chance, but for now we're going to go ahead and X out of it. If you do want to happen to bring that page back up, you can go to Help and Welcome. First things first is we're going to create a new project. So we can either click the Create the New IRI Project or File, New IRI Project. We're going to give the project a name. Doesn't matter what it is. And just like that, we have our first project created. Now, setting up the JDBC connection, we're going to go to the Data Source Explorer. If this isn't here, you can go to Window, Show View, Data Source Explorer, and it should pop back up for you. Okay, clicking onto the new connection profile, we're going to be looking for MySQL. And here you can give it a name or description. I'm just going to leave these as default. Click Next. And we're going to be adding a new driver. So we're going to click the new driver definition. Going to go click the one we'd like. Again, you can give it a new name if you want. Moving on to the jar list, we're going to go ahead and clear that. Add a jar. And we're going to go where we saved the JDBC. Okay, moving on to the properties portion. We're going to go ahead and change the database name, the user ID, and the password. Here we're also going to change the connection URL. If you have one already, you can just copy and paste. If not, you have to manually change it. And the host. And ensure that the port is correct. We're going to click OK. We're going to click Save Password and just make sure that everything is as it should be, and test connection. So as long as everything was entered correctly, we should get a ping succeeded. I'm going to click OK. We're going to click Finish, and you can see we have the JDBC connection set up. Moving on to the ODBC connection, we're going to go to Help, Version Information, and check to see what bit version we're running. In this case, it's 64. We're going to click OK. We're going to do the IRI menu, IRI Preferences, IRI, Connection Registry, Database Connection, and we need to change this default bit version to match the one we have. We're going to click Refresh, Apply and Close, IRI menu, ODBC Administrator dialog, and here you can either select User or System. I'm going to select User, click Add, and we're looking for MySQL. Going to select Finish. A new pop-up window appears. And for the data source name, TCP/IP server. This is where you're going to put in your host. Username and password. And we're also going to put in the database name. We're going to click Test, and we're going to get a connection successful. We're going to hit OK. OK again. IRI drop-down menu, IRI Preferences, IRI, Connection Registry, Database Connection, and you should see the newly made test that we have here. So we're going to go ahead and double click that to open it, select the bit version, we're going to add a username and password, we're going to select username and password, and here you can either choose to encrypt if you'd like. Now to map the two together, we're going to go onto the connection profile, select the MySQL that we created over here, click OK. As you can see, it's authenticated. We're going to go ahead and activate it. We're going to apply and close. And now to test to make sure that everything was done correctly, we're going to go into the schemas, tables, and we're going to go ahead and right click any table, IRI, generate DDF, going to click next, and finish. And as long as everything populates correctly, that means we did everything right. So just to double check, we're going to go into the columns and just make sure that the first few are right. So we have account number, account code, code description, account type, customer ID, and current balance. So that is the complete tutorial on the basics of setting up the JDBC and ODBC connection using the IRI Workbench of MySQL.